Alright, this is Captain Ataman, Armageddon issue 2, and we didn't have an Alec Rose cover this time, but we have got a cover that fittingly represents this series. We have got what is just a Griffin piece. He is front and centre, and then Captain Ataman, he's just a head in the background. Captain Ataman, whose name is on the cover, he is equated to a background character and as equally prominent as Maestro. I think that is my main problem with this series, outside of the fucking revolting Captain Ataman design. I didn't like how dishonest this book is. It is a Captain Ataman book, but it is really just DC using the Captain Ataman name to continue doing Wildstorm shite like Griffin and WildC.A.T.S. And we even start off with Griffin and loads of info dump about their subplot that at this point is still totally separate from the stuff with Captain Ataman. And it really hammer home how this book is less of a Captain Ataman series and more of a disguised WildC.A.T.S mini-series. Look here on our credits page. We didn't get a quick little explanation or introduction of Captain Ataman, little thing telling us his origin. Instead, we get a cast list, and it's just a list of the members of the WildC.A.T.S. The bits with Captain Ataman, they are actually fine. The costume is still fucking ugly, but I promise I won't spend a whole video just saying how horrid it is again. These bits with Captain Ataman, they are written decent, and it's just a shame that these are really just subplot pages around what is clearly a continuation of some WildC.A.T.S story. I didn't care about WildC.A.T.S, I didn't care about Griffin, I didn't care about Wildstorm, I didn't care about any of this, and the book has done an exceptionally poor job of filling in someone like me who doesn't care about these characters or doesn't even know their story. I mean, it does say Captain Ataman on the cover. The people buying this, they are buying it because they saw it is a Captain Ataman book. And you're expecting them to know all about WildC.A.T.S and their continuity. We have got another strand as well with Maestro, the budget Superman who is a dickhead. And I find it interesting that Wildstorm, it hates and it deconstructs all these superheroes, and it shits on the concept of heroes, and it says how all cape comics are shit. But the creativity at the Wildstorm offices, it goes as far as just flat out recycling Superman. This stuff is fine though. Again, Captain Ataman is there. Him and Maestro, they form an uneasy alliance to try and get Captain Ataman home. And unlike all the WildC.A.T.S characters, it does actually give us a quick catch up on Maestro and his origin. And this stuff, it is relevant to this being a Captain Ataman book, because Maestro, he is a character who is actually interacting with Captain Ataman. So getting his backstory and learning a bit about his character, it is both useful and almost essential. We get some stuff about Maestro having fought Superman before. I assume that is an ad comic. But Maestro, he kinda helped Captain Ataman get back to the main DC universe. There is some sort of a magical, mystical block that is stopping Captain Ataman from returning. And then we are back with Griffin and the WildC.A.T.S and their unconnected plotline. It's to do with one of their friends or enemies or something like that coming back from the dead. We saw it last issue with this first responder lady. Well, she is now this person reincarnated, and this is just completely disconnected from the alleged main character and his story. This is just so clearly trying to sneak in WildC.A.T.S stories under the guise of a Captain Ataman series. We do get back to Captain Ataman. He leaves Maestro to seek out someone else to help him. And Maestro's super magic computers, they have been discreetly running tests on Captain Ataman. And it is the most expected Captain Ataman story ever. He is going to explode and he is going to kill everyone on the planet. We do end on a promising note, which leads into the best scene of the series next issue. Captain Ataman, he's going to see the President of the United States, Donald Trump, Orange Man Bad. I didn't recommend this. It is a misleading series. It's really just a con job. They're saying that it is a Captain Ataman series, but Captain Ataman, he is just a background character or a secondary character to what is a WildC.A.T.S story about someone from their hard comics coming back to life. And also Maestro is there. I don't even think I can sum up how much I dislike this trick that they're playing on the audience, so I rate it 7 thumbs up.